Day 1 push workout. This workout consists of shoulder exercises, chest exercises, and tricep exercises. The first one that he's doing is called a rotator cuff exercise. Basically, you want to have a nice smooth rhythm, no jerking when you're doing any of these exercises. Get full range of motion, and if you want, you can use a 2.5, a 5, or a 10-pound plate max. I use no weights at all, and I do sets of 100. Do the exercises in increments of 25 if you can. So in other words, if you can get to 25, go to 50. If you get 50, go to 75. What he's doing here is a side lateral riser. Don't go any higher in your shoulders when you're doing these, and keep your thumbs focusing straight up. Right here he's not putting his thumbs up, but he will in a second. So he's going to go from the side straight out to the side with his thumbs facing upward. The rear deltoid riser, this is good for their working the rear deltoids. This is a muscle that most people forget to work out, and a lot of weightlifters, a lot of wrestlers and football players who try or think they can do massive push-ups tend to do a lot of push-ups, and they don't work their rear deltoids, which will end up hurting their rotator cuff. They'll end up with sore shoulders when they're older, most definitely. The 45-degree angle risers, with that you just got your arms straight out, and then you go up and back at a 45-degree angle. Here again, keep your thumbs up. Do, on all these exercises, do 3 sets to complete failure. The bench T risers, the hands are going straight out to the side with this exercise. You can either lay on a bench or lay on a medicine ball, or just stand up and bend over. Again, 3 sets to failure on these exercises. The next exercise he's going to do is called a bench Y risers. Here he's going to have his arms straight out in a Y position, his thumbs facing straight up, which is critical for this exercise, and he's just going to go up and down, and again he's going to do 3 sets to failure, which might only be 10 to 15 for most people starting out. Again, don't go too heavy with the weights. Next exercise is bench dips. It progresses from very easy, where you got your feet directly under you, to moderately hard, where you put your feet straight out in front of you. And the third way to do bench dips would be, as you'll see in a second, where you're going to take and put your feet raised up on either a bench or some type of platform. Here we're using another trainee in order to get his feet high in the air. And once you progress from here, you can do parallel bar dips. Next we have military push-ups, or basically I say the wrong way to do push-ups. Notice how his shoulders are directly over his hands, and he's going way too far forward, so he's using mostly tricep here, and he's not using his pectorals like I'd like him to. Now, to correct that, what he's going to do is slide back on his toes, so as you can see, his shoulders are behind his hands. Also, what he's going to do, since he's doing a floor exercise, what he's going to do is turn his hands inward, which will help to take his elbows and shoot them straight out to the side. This particular way of doing push-ups will really truly increase your bench press and your number of push-ups that you can do. By doing this, you're really emphasizing the pectoral muscles, the outside pectoral muscles. When you're doing the exercise, go fall into it. So fall and then push up. Don't do this fast stuff like most amateurs tell you to do, where they say go as fast as you can. Like, for example, if you're doing a PST, when you do that, you don't get full range of motion, and you're not going to develop the muscles as strongly as what you could. So take it slow, just like he's doing here in the video. Next, what he's going to do is he's going to use push-up bars. So it's the same exact exercise, but as you can see, he's doing push-up bars. Notice how he falls forward, rolls slightly forward on his toes, and then pushes back, so he gets that same angle on the way down and on the way up. And his arms are out a little bit further than what normal people think they should do push-ups. Now what he's doing, the two of them here, is they're starting at 1 and they're going up to 5 in a pyramid. So your rest period is the amount of time that it would take your partner to be able to do his push-ups. If you don't have a partner, then your rest period would be the same amount of time it would take you to rest with the set that you've just completed. Here, one is using push-up bars, and the other is using dumbbells. The reason you want to do that is so you get full range of motion. You have to elongate your muscles. Now what they're doing, after they get to a certain number, if they want, they can go to their knees to take their rest. But again, it's full range of motion. There's no rushing on this workout. People that rush through the exercise, those are people that are weak and can't maintain the high repetitions that you're trying to achieve. So go slow. Develop those muscles the way you're supposed to. Here they're just taking it up to 5. If you could make it at this pace and go higher than 10, then you might want to start taking 30-second breaks in between each set. So again, you start at 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then a set of 4, and then 5, etc. up to the highest set you can go. From there, go back down to 1. Take the highest number that you went to, multiply that times itself, and that's how many push-ups you did in this particular workout. Also, this workout will help you to achieve higher poundage when you're doing bench press, because this is an ideal push-up, and it is the exact same technique that you would use if you were doing bench press. The military press, as you saw before, if people try to do that with their elbows into the side, they can't bench press their max weight. There's no way they could be efficient with bench pressing by doing push-ups like that. So if you wouldn't bench like that, why would you attempt to do push-ups in that manner? This right here is an ideal push-up. You don't need to go buying $35, $39, $40 push-up bars. You can do these off of bars that cost $7.